Okay. Oh. So, alright, I'm already at rank 4. So here's my plan, is I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to start over in limited. I don't want to go no revival, because I want to save that for later, but I want it there to be a little bit of pressure. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged, the shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. Some grim-looking mail here. Shipbreaker application paved the way to the Galaxy program. View update. Greetings, citizen LF yada 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 B. Congratulations on acceptance into the Lynx Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. From over 124.8 million applicants, you were chosen based on above-average/exceptional physical and cognitive ability. Participation in this program can be lucrative and rewarding depending on a willingness to follow the vision and processes of Lynx Corporation. You have been assigned to You have been assigned to Salvage Station 42, designation Morrigan. This station currently has no additional personnel, but if you are able to demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, a number of exciting opportunities await you. Remember, employment in the Pave the Way to the Galaxy program is at the sole discretion of Lynx Corporation and can be revoked at any time. Acts of insubordination or malice will not be tolerated. On receipt of your electronic signature, a shuttle will be deployed immediately to your current location to deliver you to your post. Training will commence immediately on arrival. Finalize your info on the following pages to confirm employment. Well, I'm not exactly going to say no, am I? So. E-N-M-O-R-E. Now. So these are, I guess, voice options. I'm gonna go with that. Select orientation scheme, standard, meal preference. Our food processors can serve a variety of dietary preferences. Food cost is based on current market value and may change over time. Chicken, plastic-free, vegetarian, entomatarian? I assume this means, like, eating bugs. Well, there's no halal, so I'm gonna go chicken. Please agree to each statement. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. Good to know. I am not a member of and have never associated with a workers' union or other labor interest. Not true, but I'll pretend it is. I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared of having McCulloch's lung. Well, you told me to agree, but I don't even know what that means. I have no commercial or real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation-state of Arizona. I have not actually ever been to Arizona, nation-state or otherwise. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. Let me think about that one. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to a van der Waals field. I don't, but I will vote for Chancellor Chun Jung in the Pan American Senate election. Elections are a sham? Sure. Tell you what, I'll meet you halfway. I will fake a positive attitude. So I played this game a little bit last year when it first entered early access, and this is sort of almost the entirety of the lore that existed at the time, besides the stuff that you can find in ships. So I'm going to read this out. This agreement is made as of the 9th day of November 2329 between Lynx Corporation, Department of Salvage and Reclamation, incorporated under the laws of the Solar Industries Commission, Lynx, and myself, citizen yada yada me. Hereafter, employee. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to collect, analyze, and utilize their biometric data for use to better the lives and well-being of them and their co-workers, as well as for any other purpose. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to perform psychological tests on them at any time with or without their knowledge. Employee is not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests, but may receive additional sugar cube rations. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to garnish their wages if their actions or lack thereof result in any real or potential losses for the company and or any of its affiliates. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority in perpetuity to record and own their DNA and to create new entities with that DNA with no restrictions or limits. Furthermore, employee agrees to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. Lynx may execute these entities at any time for acts of gross negligence. I don't remember that in the contract from last year, but it might have been there. I like that. It can just execute you. It's just in the contract. Fantastic. These entities, too. They call them these entities. That nice distancing legalese. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to study, manipulate, reciprocate, and duplicate any and all of my gray and white matter at any time, in the unfortunate event of my total and complete loss of memory. That's an incomplete sentence. In the unfortunate event of my total and complete loss of memory. It doesn't make sense as part of the previous sentence, so weird. Employee hereby grants permission for Lynx the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to Lynx and or any of its affiliates to their next of kin in the event that they are terminated, disappear, and or perma-perish. So any debt that I incur gets passed on to my family, who I am presumably taking this job to support. Good to know. Lynx reserves the right to terminate this contract at any time without notice or payment in lieu, with no requirement of sufficient cause. This is a grim contract. I'm sure I would not be signing this in real life, but this is a game. What a keen observation. I would not sign. Yeah, duh.
Into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
9346-52.
Hello.
Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
I am observing.
Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here that hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy.
She's not wrong.
I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the Railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The Railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You have been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program. The greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
I'm obviously suspicious of this. But the music is convincing. Yes, I want a fresh start.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program.
I'm afraid
Don't
of
worry,
needles, but
pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable.
large.
Please note, as
It
outlined
bears
in
mentioning
Section
that does not
31
sound
of your
like
employment
any needle I've
agreement,
ever.
the process of genetic
Can I?
extraction will
Why aren't you
destroy
showing
your
me this
original
needle?
body.
I don't think I read
Beginning extraction
Section
now.
31. This sounds great. I should have asked. I assumed it was a needle. Is it a...
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
The fact that they there's no visuals at all makes that so good. Whew, okay. EverWork asset replacement successful. Genetic sequence stored. Congratulations. It is now safe to die. Asterix. Shipbreakers are responsible for the cost of biomaterials used in the EverWork process. An additional fee is required for deaths that occur outside working hours. Good to know. You may now proceed with salvage training. Good luck. Loading fees report. Huh. Okay. Citizen report check. Okay, that's too cheerful. Debt is a sign of being prepared. On the bottom there. Huh. Okay. Citizen report check. Makes sense. Medical analysis. Makes sense. Those prices, though. Transportation to work site. $500,000. I don't know what inflation is like between now and, the 2300s. But this feels expensive. Seat selection fee. I do not remember selecting a seat. Kessler Passage toll. Kessler Passage. I like that. That it's a toll. That's funny. Luggage handling, including gratuity, automated onboarding procedure. It didn't cost them. It cost me $1.2 million to watch that video. Lifeguard genetic backup storage. Okay, see, $500 million. I've never, done a genetic backup in real life, so I've got no frame of reference for that. I have watched a YouTube video, though, and it did not cost me $1.2 million. Biomaterial refrigeration, equipment setup, equipment security deposit, degaussing, delousing. How much is the delousing? 1.4 million for delousing. Habitation fee, cleaning and repainting, $6.3 million. On-site training, helmet interface software update. Someone is cribbing notes from Tesla. Meal prep annual cost is what? Is that $34.8 million? Waste management, human bracket premium, $20 million. Immigration / duty fee. Funny. I guess because you're the product, or you're the... Anyways, that's funny. Entertainment library fee. Oh, that's a reasonable $60,000. Salvage rights fee, including notary. Oh, I missed tracking implant fee. I don't recall being told about a tracking implant, but I'm being charged for it. Salvage rights fee. So I guess that means... Anyways, well, I'll have an opportunity to think about that later, maybe. Salvage rights fee. And I'm paying for it. So does that mean that the salvage legally kind of sort of in some way belongs to me? I don't know. Financial account setup fee, $5,000. Account maintenance fee. Administration fee, $500. Oh, that's... crazy to think that's reasonable, $500, but... You'd think that would be where they'd hit you. Display of fees report is $7.50. I love this last line. I actually almost fell out of my chair laughing when I first saw this. Display of fees report. Love it. Okay, well, it's not giving me an option to dispute any of this. I don't know enough about any of it to dispute any of it. So I guess I'll have to confirm and proceed.